Hello, I'm Rina, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator. Joining me now is the High Priestess of Love, Rayceen Pendarvis.
Bam! Greetings and salutations, all.
Joining us is Desiree Jordan.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Please share with our viewers a little about your background and who you are.
My name is Desiree Jordan. I am a multi-passionate artist from the DMV. I was born in Washington, D.C., but I was reared in Silver Spring, Maryland. So I rep Silver Spring. And I'm just excited to be able to be on this journey, this artistic journey with my Team Rayceen Productions family. I'm always happy to join you. Thank you for having me. I am originally a lover of music, a singer, a songwriter. I play piano, and I also produce music. And in addition to my musical passions, I have branched out into creating wellness jewelry, wellness gemstone jewelry you can see behind me and on me. And in addition to that, I've also launched a unique collectibles toy store on Etsy.
That's awesome. Well, Rayceen, you have the first question.
Thank you, Rita. To our beloved Desiree, how did your musical journey begin?
My musical journey definitely started as a wee lass, as a child. I was surrounded by music as my family was always playing music in and around the home. And I also grew up in a very musical family. So I love to give homage to one of my original inspirations, my grandmother, who was the choir director for many years at our home church. She played the piano and she directed all the choirs. And there are stories of me just being in awe of her and standing behind her, watching her, like, wow, this is incredible. What music can do to you, and how someone as powerful as she is using music to uh, lift the spirit in church. So my life has definitely followed that church track. I'm a church girl, and I was in all the choirs in church. I was definitely in the choirs in school. I even moved into being a part of some girl groups. I want to give a shout out to my girl group from middle school into high school. We were called Heaven Sent. Okay. Angels from heaven. So and then moving on into, young adulthood, um, oh, I became a choir director because while I was in the gospel choir at my alma mater, University of Maryland, College Park, I was invited by the director of that choir to teach and direct a youth choir in Washington, D.C. And this was at Mount Moriah Baptist Church. I was still in college at the time. And I directed them for 3 years, the youth. They were beautiful. And from there, I moved into directing a directing a choir at my home church, a multi-generational choir, who I'd love to give a shout out to. We were called Anointed Praise. And we had voices from teenage years to senior and beautiful, right? And we were just lifting up the name of God. It was beautiful to be able to have done that for over 6 years. So my journey, like I said, is very church-based, choir-based, from choir directing and also singing as a solo artist. I've been invited to perform in duos, quartets, bands, which I'm definitely still participating in many different respects, right to this day. And in addition to performing everywhere, let me tell you about where I'm performing these days. So I'd say at least 2 to 3 weekends out of the month, I'm performing at the MGM National Harbor. I'm also performing at the Maryland Live Casino in Anne Arundel. And I'm also blessed to call myself an artist in residence at 3 different hospital networks. God is good. I'm working with the Smith Center for Healing in the Arts, and I am in the Inova Healthcare Center or Healthcare Network that's in Virginia. I just in 2022, 2023 began doing virtual concerts in addition to in person at the Washington Hospital Center on Michigan Avenue. And that's actually where I was born. So it's beautiful to be able to kind of bring it back, right? It's full circle. And lastly, just this past month, I started performing at the Walter Reed Hospital Network up in Bethesda. So life is good. God is good.
That's
Um,
amazing. I mean, I just have to jump in on, I'm so moved by the power of music. And you talk about the healing of music and the power it does, especially with our seniors and those who are dealing with some form of autism or I mean, for those who are dealing with autism, music is healing. And that's not just talking about seniors, but when I talk about seniors, I think about uh, the those who are dealing with
All time.
Alzheimer's, and
yes,
especially what that does with music. And I think about, I was having flashbacks when you were talking about sitting with my mother and how we would sing songs, and I would sing to her and I would put on songs and she would just light up and she would click up and she would just be so present when the music would play. And right after we would have our musical hour, honey, she'd go back in her little world. And I was like, okay, girl, same time next year, or same time you know, the next day or something, or just it was just such a wonderful experience to see what that does, especially
exactly.
with our seniors. And I can just imagine what that does for them and for you. I know how it made me feel, and I know what it can do. And to, just to be in the midst of it, you're doing so many amazing and great things. I love you for it.
Thank you so much. But you're right on. You're right on. To be able to share music with someone who is just not feeling their best, but then to see them light up and their life just turn around for a moment, it really means everything.
Definitely the quote of the day, music is healing. Tell us, what do you enjoy most about performing?
I would say it's twofold. I love to just get on stage or get on the microphone and free myself. Once I get through the jitters of, you know, we still get jitters sometimes, but once I get through that initial nervousness and I remember that God gave me this wonderful gift, I get to just explode and be myself and allow that this light and this joy, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So in doing that, that's part one of what I love about performing, like this picture. Part two is being able to reciprocate and receive that joy that the audience is now feeling as a result of how I'm able to just explode love and light out to them. So it's definitely a mutual um, opportunity. And for example, this picture right here at the John P. Murtha Cancer Center, that's at Walter Reed, where I was initially set up in the back hallway to perform just down the hall some music for the patients. And the nurses came around the corner and they were like, please come and set up over here. So right in this picture, I'm actually set up right in front of the nurses welcome station. And I ended up performing for not only the patients, but also the nurses and doctors as well. So being able to perform any kinds of music, all genres of music, by the way. So I'm singing, I love like old school music, right? Al Green, Marvin Gaye, um, back in the day. And then fast forward to like Sade, Alicia Keys, Anita Baker. It's really a beautiful opportunity to be able to do just so many different genres. And this picture right here actually shows me performing with the band that I'm currently in. Love them. They're called the Jogo Project, which is a combination of jazz and go-go. Y'all got to definitely check us out because it is a uplifting vibration. Shout out to my brother Elijah Balbed, who got to play with Chuck Brown before he ascended and transcended into the next level of ancestor and angeldom, right? Chuck Brown gave us that, right? And now we're able to spread love and joy through jazz and go-go fusion.
Wow. Speaking of jazz and go-go, please tell us about your latest music releases.
Absolutely. So I have a song out with my bro, J Vibes. This particular song is a radio edit called Cali Sunset, and it's also going to be found on his album, The Collage. So you definitely got to check that out. It's a collage of music, definitely a kaleidoscopic experience, and it's just a whole lot of fun. So I would love for you to listen to that. And I also have a song that I released and produced called Dear You. And I'd like to say that this is like classic R&B, but Desiree Jordanized. Okay. So please check that out. And while we're on the topic of music that is out in the world, please check out my music on all platforms: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and I would love for you to check out the song that I was able to perform to produce. Czar, our lovely production manager of Team Rayceen Productions, wrote the song for the 10-year anniversary of the Ask Rayceen show. And it's also featuring Rayceen on the track. The song is called Now You Know. So please check that out. Lastly, the Jogo Project just put a new song out. It's called That Jogo Groove. So I'd love for you to check that out as well.
Definitely will be checking those out. Now, in addition to music, you also make jewelry and sell vintage toys. So first, tell us about our Voyage of Wellness.
Yes. So let me show you something real quick.
Oh, look at there.
I would say in about 2017, I started making wire wrap necklaces for family, just for fun. It was something to do with my hands. I love working with my hands. And this vision came to me of, wait a minute, I'm actually kind of good at making this wire wrap necklace for my family members. So I was like, I would like to create a business. And I sat with God actually, and I said, God, give me a name for it. And I was like, well, the Voyage of Wellness, because these stones are gemstones from the earth. This is black obsidian. What I'm wearing right now in my ears is carnelian. They all have different healing properties, energetic properties. And so the name was bestowed upon me, and I first made an Instagram page out of it. And then I incorporated it as Our Voyage of Wellness, because this really is all about us. Yes, I do get fed spiritually by, creating something new, but to be able to share it with other people and them experience that same kind of like just power and energy and healing vibrations is everything to me. So, Our Voyage of Wellness, I have everything available on Etsy, on my Etsy shop. And I also frequent the DMV with my vendor table. So you can definitely check me out. Stay tuned on my website, DesireeJordan.com. This is a picture of me and my mom at my vendor table, which I'm highlighting both Our Voyage of Wellness and my sister's business as well, Kamabi Collections. So she makes Afrocentric wear. We're artists in the house. Thank you, Mom, for giving us that art juice. So I would love for you to stop by my vendor table one day. Also, I would like to highlight my second Etsy shop where I recently started a business called Chucky D's Toys. And you will find some of the coolest, unique toys like Hot Wheels and model airplanes and other different things that me and my dad have collected over the years. We are super into just cool stuff like this. So check us out on Etsy, both Chucky D's Toys and Our Voyage of Wellness.
Wow, thank you for that.
I'll be hitting you up. There's a couple of pieces that I've been looking for that I cannot find. So, I love a good old classic toy from way back when.
I got you.
I love that. Rayceen, before we wrap up, what would you like to say to our guest?
How honored I am to know you and to have you as a part of Team Racine and to work with you and for you to push me as an artist and get me out of my shell. When we talk about girl groups, and stuff like that, and how we talk about the love of music and things like that, for having the honor to get to sit with you and to watch you grow as an artist throughout the years, from this young woman to this amazing light and to this phenomenal force of nature, and just filled with so many artistry, as a teacher, as a writer, as a singer, as a daughter, as a wife, so all of those things, to see you grow in those areas. But the power of knowing that you bring such a light, and you talk about your art and talk about the healing, and knowing that, how honored we are to say that you are part of the Team Racine family. That's what we do, and connecting with art, connecting with folks, connecting with individuals, allies, everybody, bringing everybody together. You are part of the you embody the spirit of what Team Racine is all about, and that is community. And I always tell people, it takes a tribe, and that's what, I'm so grateful every time I see you, and I just smile, and to share and to see you in so many spaces. You have performed with us at Art All Night, or at the senior centers, and you were just with us at an amazing event, the Speakeasy. So, I mean, you have been a part of our life in this 10 years of the vision that Zara created of Team Racing Production. You have been a part of this journey with us, and that is such a wonderful thing to see, and, to watch us grow, to watch you grow again, and to, one of the proudest moments of having our song nominated for a Whammy. How, I mean, that just blew my mind. I don't care what nobody say. That's greater than winning, just to be nominated. But I'll take winning. We'll take winning as well.
Next
But I
time.
mean, when you talk about being nominated for your work, when people see what you do, and just say, we see you, and how I see you and how you see us and how we take this journey together. I'm just so honored to say thank you, and thank for you for sitting with us, and thank you for experiencing this journey, being a part of the journey, taking the ride with us. Just, I love it, and it just makes me feel good. And I'm not going to get too emotional, because then I'll start crying. But just saying that I can say you're my friend, that I love you, and I'm just honored to sit with you and just talk about all the amazing things that you're doing. So, you had the Whammy, no, we had the Whammy nomination. We might as well just claim the Grammy next. Come, why don't we?
We
Just
should.
put it all in the mix. So, I'm just honored, and thank you.
Racine, the honor is also mine. I love being your friend, your daughter, your sister, your ally. It has been my pleasure and an honor, truly, to be a part of Team Racine for as long as I have, and I will not quit. As long as there is a Team Racine, I will be there. You're truly an inspiration to me, and a light to me, a light to our community, to the whole DMV, right? And like you said, we're going to move from Whammy to Grammy. So let's go ahead and touch the world, because you have that effect. And it's been an honor for me to just be a part of uplifting this love and light that you share with us. So thank you. I love you. Right.
You feel it through the screen. Such beautiful sentiments. Before we go, please share some of what is upcoming for you in November.
Yes. So the Jogo Project, we will be performing at Capital One Hall, which is in Tyson's, on November 22nd. That's a Friday. So I'd love for you all to be there. And then I have a lot more other shows coming up. My calendar will always be available on DesireeJordan.com and my Instagram and Facebook. I want to highlight November 1st and 2nd. I will be performing at the MGM National Harbor. When my girl Erica Badu is performing in the theater, I'll be right next door in the lobby bar. So come by before and after the show to get some of our favorite neo soul songs, I'm going to sing, I'm going to play. We're going to cut up and have a good time. And again, check out my calendar. I'll be all over the DMV, and I'd love to see you all there.
Thank you so much. Now, please tell our viewers how they can learn more about you and what's upcoming.
Yes, let's stay connected at DesireeJordan.com. When all else fails, www.DesireeJordan.com. And then on all of the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, you can just type me in. I am Desiree Jordan. You'll see everything Desiree Jordan up there. So stay tuned.
Thank you. Well, viewers, please look in the description below for links. Desiree, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media and subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel.
And viewers, thank you for watching.